Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about pandemic leaders. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 7th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success. The president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, a best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, is going to be released shortly. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now, this podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. And trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is Are, totte kureru? Are, totte kureru? Could you get me that? Are, totte kureru? Could you pass me that? Are, totte kureru? That thing there, could you pass that to me, please? Are, totte kureru? Are, totte kureru? Are, totte kureru? So are means that thing, and totte means to take, basically. And kureru means please give it to me. So are, totte kureru? Are, totte kureru? Are, totte kureru? This is episode number 415, and we are talking about pandemic leaders. Time to harden up. We're all striving to survive these VUCA, that is volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, fraught and frightening times. COVID has taken huge numbers of vibrant people. The loss to families has been immense and devastating. Companies have lost collective corporate memories, a hoard of rich experiences and real wisdom. The survivors carry on, never assured that they will not succumb to at some point. Vaccinations proffer the opportunity to secure herd immunity and defeat the spread of the virus. What next for those survivor leaders, and what do they need to be working on for a post-pandemic world? Well-organized leaders lead intentional lives. What does that mean? They have goals and plans, and they calibrate and recalibrate their progress. They are brutally buffeted, but not thrown totally off course by unpredictable, violent direction changes. The ancients believed that their fate was not at their determination. Many of our staff are still with the ancients on that one and are not leading intentional lives. Many leaders have seen COVID throw the commerce rulebook right out the window, but their true north is still there. Now is the time to work on the team and rebuild their belief in the future of the firm. We need to reintroduce the idea of leading intentional lives for everyone in our crew. The company vision, mission, and values may need a real refresh, thanks to the pandemic. Knowing where you are going, clarifying what you do, and who you are makes sense in a senseless pandemic. Now is a good time to work together and recreate those behavior drivers, and help the team to become more intentional about their future prospects. Probably. No one could recite the old versions from memory anyway, so this time, let's make that possible. If you cannot remember them, you won't be living them. How can we get all the important things which need to be included into a format which we can recite from memory, simply and easily? This is a good problem for the team to work on together and reinforce a sense of ownership. Every leader gets the culture they deserve. COVID has brutally exposed the leaders who had failed to build a robust culture in their team. Things break down when you don't have good teamwork. When we work in isolation, we can depend on others much more than when we are all together in the office. Small tears in the fabric of cooperation become gaping wounds very quickly. Now is the opportunity to tune up the existing culture or to create an any better one. When the cultural weaknesses have been exposed, it becomes painfully plain what needs to be done. Unfortunately, leaders who have failed to unite the team during the pandemic will be unable to do much. Frankly, their credibility has been trashed. What is the organization's plan for them? Continued neglect? Retraining? The axe? Or do nothing? The stronger leaders will have seen their team culture strengthen under their leadership and become a formidable weapon in the market. As workplaces come out of the pandemic, it will be time for some serious weapon wielding. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is sponsored by, on June 11, looking at performance evaluation, June 15, managing stress, June 16, virtual selling, that's session 1 of 5 sessions on virtual selling, June 18, evaluation systems and coaching. You can find out more about those programs on our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you there on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. The strong, silent, John Wayne hero-type leader is too expensive. The opportunity cost of not achieving collaboration, critical mass, cannot be denied. Leaders have had to coagulate disparate team members working at home in isolation from each other into a powerful collaborative team. This melding process isn't easy, even when everyone can see and talk with each other every day in the workplace. The exodus to our homes just adds that deadly dimension of separation that increases the leader's difficulty of keeping it all together and going smoothly. The business world is too complex today for any of us as leaders to imagine we can do it all on our own. We need 1 + 1 = 5 outcomes. There is a lot of coordination, grunt effort required, which is one reason why many leaders cannot pull it off. Those who have managed it can migrate into a post-COVID world with a powerful collectivization of the team's intellect, experience, and insights achieved. The first casualty of leadership during COVID-19 was communication. The traditional leader, casting a carefully trained eye over those beavering away at their desks, had suddenly lost all visibility of what was going on. Leadership fault lines, previously masked, hidden, and indulged, were rapidly exposed. Frantic times makes inept leaders frantic, and their tempers snap. Not good. Feeling valued by the boss is the springboard to engagement in teams. Capable leaders were able to communicate that to their team despite their work location. In fact, the isolation amps up the need for many team members to feel valued, and if that is not being communicated, Netflix and Clubhouse are the press of a button away. Like a convoy escort, the effective leader learnt how to keep everyone together and moving forward, motivating and encouraging people, replace scolding, cajoling, and criticizing, explaining the location of true north over and over, constantly stressing the why, and creating the right narrative, all proved powerful. This facility must be kept in perfect working order for the days ahead when people again can gather together in an office. The samurai sword is beaten, heated for red-hot tensile strength, and plunged into cold water over and over again in order to harden the blade. COVID is beating us mercilessly. Organizationally, we leaders have to harden up and help our team members to become more resilient, flexible, cooperative, and accountable. If we can't manage that, and our rivals can, then we are in for a depressing, remorseless, post-COVID business gloom of missed business opportunities. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.